Hello everyone and welcome to today's episode on the Students Guide podcast. As always, a place where we listen, we learn, we grow and improve to become the best versions of ourselves. Today's video is especially designed for people that want to apply to KNUST. So I'm going to take you through how you are going to navigate through the online application process. If you are someone who is applying to KNUST, this video will be very helpful to you. So whichever browser that you are using, you go and then type KNUST admission portal. Then you click on the KNUST admission portal, which is the first one that pops up here. So in this case, if you've already purchased the e-voucher, there's no need to go to this session and then purchase again. You just have to log in. Because I've purchased the voucher, I'll just log in and continue with the application. But this is the site. This place says how to use the admission portal, so you can sign in and create your account, or you select the student category that you want. Maybe if you're an international student or a Ghanaian student, you specify that. Then you would have to fill in the required detail and then submit your application. So that's the final step. If you want to know the available programs too, you can also come in and do that, or take a virtual tour of the KNUST campus. But that's not why we are here, so let's just go straight into the application. Okay, you'd have to use an email address or a password, which I've already done that, so I'm just going to log in. You accept that you are not a robot, then just log in. If you don't have an account, you can just create one to proceed. Okay. So here is the interface. Okay. The interface has dashboard, application form, program advisory, frequently asked questions, or if you need any help. This particular form is one that I filled for a colleague. And so I'm just going to use it as a guide, but because maybe what you're applying or you're starting your application, so most of the things are going to be empty. So you'd have a different interface or different form to fill as compared to mine, but it's the same procedure, same process that you'd have to go through. So in this session, you'd have to select the application process. So the first one says admission group. So you specify. Then you choose, this is particularly for an undergraduate Ghanaian, and so you just choose undergraduate Ghanaian. Then you specify the application type. And so if you are using an SSC, a WASSCE result, you specify that. Or if you are using an A-level or a matured or a diploma or any other application type, you need to also confirm over here. And so for me, I'm using a WASSCE result only, and that's the option I'm going for. Then, where did you hear of this institution? So you go here, select where did you hear of KNUST. So I'm going to choose from the University College website. You can choose any other place that you heard of KNUST. So this question also says that, have you ever pursued any program in KNUST? So it's either a yes or no. This is a new application, and the applicant hasn't applied to KNUST before, so we are going to choose no. Then from there we proceed. Okay. So the enrollment form entry has 8 steps. The first step, which is your personal information. Then the second step, it's your parent or guardian information. Then you go to your educational background, your exam results. Step 5 is where you enter your supporting documents, and step 6 is where you choose the program that you want to apply for. Then you review in step 7, and you complete the whole application in step 8. And so because this is one that I've already completed, I'm going to start and we're going to look through how you can go about it. And so you are required to have a passport picture, which has the light green background of KNUST, and this is where you're going to upload that particular passport picture. So after uploading, you'd enter your title. So whether you are a male or a female, this category, whether you're a doctor, you're a reverend, you're a professor, you're a sister, any of them, right? Because the applicant that we are applying for is a male and a young person for that matter, we're just going to go with Mr. Yes. So Mr., then you confirm your gender, if you're a male or a female. He's a guy, so we go with male, okay? If you're a female, you also choose female. Then you enter your first name, your middle name, and your last name. But make sure that the name that you are entering here has the same arrangement and spelling as the one that you applied with your WASI. Okay, so the name that you use for your WASI should be the same as the name that you enter here. If there's any difference, it would affect your application process. And so this is one thing that you have to take note of. So you go here, you'd select your date of birth and your marital status, citizenship, your country of residence. All these details are supposed to be filled in the first step, that is the step 1. So from there you go to the step 2, which is your parents or your guardian information. And so here you'd enter the details of your parents or your guardian and their occupation, their relation to you, and their contact details, email address, and some other details that you need to enter. So from this step, we go to the third step, which is where you enter your educational background. So for someone who is using your WASI results, okay, so you just completed SHS and you are now applying to KNUST, you'd have to enter the institution that you attended. So you come here, you select the region of your institution. So the particular institution that my colleague completed is Koforidua Senior High Technical, so it's in the Eastern region. So select Eastern region. But if your school is in Greater Accra or any other region, make sure that you select that region. Then you go to the institution name, where you enter the name of your institution. Okay. Then from there, which program did you pursue? So if you did general art, visual arts, general science, you just state it over here. Then your duration of study, that is when you started your senior high school, the start month, the start year, the end month, and the end year as well. So if you have any other institution that you attended, you can also add that in this session. From there, we go to another most important part, which is where you enter your examination result. So if you are someone who just completed, means that you have to choose a weighting. Okay, so you enter the examination type, you choose between SSC or WASI, but it's appropriate you choose WASI if you just completed or you just finished writing your WASI some months ago. Then you select the setting. So which particular setting? Was it the private setting, that is the NOVDEC, or was it general one? So for my candidate, he sat for the general one, so we are going to go with May, June. Then the examination year, you also stated, which is 2025. In this category, you'd have to select the particular subject that you did, and because the grades are not ready, you'd have to choose a weighting, and so that's what you find here. But assuming that you already had your results, you could select which particular grade you had for that course. But once we don't have the results yet, we choose a weighting. So you do that for all the subjects that you took in SHS, and so these are 8 subjects, and so that is what you have to select. Then from there, we proceed to the supporting documents. So at this particular part, that is where we are going to upload our supporting documents. So there are 3 supporting documents that you need. No, actually 4. Okay, the first one is your birth certificate, your Ghana card, your transcript, and your academic certificate. But the mandatory one is your birth certificate. So if you don't have that, you'd have to use either your baptismal card or your weighing card. And this part it's mandatory. So without any upload here, you cannot continue with your application. The Ghana card, transcripts, and academic certificates are optional. So if you don't have them, they're not so much of a problem. So you'd have to upload these documents over here. And because I've already uploaded it, I can only view or delete. But if you are new in the application, the session, there will be a session, yes, where you can drag or drop this particular document. And so if you have all of them as well, you can upload them to their site. Okay, so now that we are done with the uploading of the documents, we go to the program of choice. And so this is where you are going to enter the program that you want to apply in KNUST. So you have 4 categories, right? Or 4 program choices. First program, second program, third, and then fourth, in that order of your choices. And so if you want to, so for my candidate, he wants civil engineering as his first choice. And so that's what he chose, followed by materials, agriculture, and industrial engineering. So depending on the particular program that you want to apply for and the choices, you select them in that order. When you look at this part, you have an option to choose the program stream, and so we are going for regular. Okay, in some categories you'd have to select fee paying, but we are using regular. So select regular for all the program choices that you're applying for. And so when you look here, it states that fee paying is only applicable to applicants who do not meet the cutoff aggregate for their selected program. And so if you applied and you didn't meet the aggregate, okay, the cutoff aggregate for the program that you're applying for, that is where the fee paying option will come in. Okay, so you have to state, yes, you have to indicate if you want to be considered for fee paying in case you don't meet the cutoff. And so for my candidates, we are choosing no. And also there's another option if you want to be considered as a parallel, that is a part-time student, either choose yes or no. And we're also choosing no, but the option is at your own discretion, right? If you want to be considered for fee paying or parallel, that's your own choice. Okay, so we are done with selecting the program. Then we go to the step 7, which is we reviewing the application. And so after reviewing the application, then you can go on and submit. So this is the interface when you submit your application. So that is the whole process of applying to KNUST. But if the application deadline is not over, you still have the opportunity to come back to make all the necessary changes that you want to make. But once it's over, you cannot come back to make the changes, and so take note of that. So these are the 8 steps that you can follow to use the online portal to apply to KNUST, and I hope that this was helpful to you. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel, and also share to anyone who might benefit. See you in our next video.